James, my man, break out the bouncy castle because it's a quinceañera.
Oh my God, it's our 15th episode. That means quinceañera. Good job, Kevin.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we're bilingual, right?
We ascended to womanhood. That's what this episode is.
Thank you.
Goddamn right.
Damn right. Hashtag feminism.
As always, here at Trailer Hitch, hashtag feminism.
PC as fuck.
Indeed. All right, James, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little saucy, Kevin. And by saucy, I mean I've had some whiskeys because I had a rough day. It was an hour and a half commute back to home from work today. So I got home and I was like, I'm going to have some whiskeys. And here we are, Kevin.
All right, I'm doing Last Nose Goes. Look at that. I don't have to edit this episode. Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin. I'm significantly more sober. But at the same time, I'm still here to party.
Hey, I'm not drunk. I'm just a little saucy, which means you guys are going to get some sauce with your trailer reviews. Some saucy trailer reviews, if you will.
Okay, I mean, you sort of were able to pull that back. So,
Thank you.
Sure. You know what? It's because you're a woman now. Like, you've matured. You've gotten to the point where even if you've had a couple,
gracias.
You can still do a podcast.
Thank
which is
you.
Good news because we're about to do a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We got a big episode for you.
Damn right.
We got a review of the Fate of the Furious trailer that just dropped. We got a review of Atomic Blonde, and we're super excited.
Oh my God.
Because Baby Driver finally dropped with a trailer. It's premiering at South by Southwest as we speak, probably.
Yeah, but are we excited or are we not excited? I don't know.
Have to listen to the rest of this episode.
You're going to have to listen to our review of it.
But first, you got to listen to our theme song.
You can't mend holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Not only have we achieved womanhood, as you heard though, folks, our theme song did as well. It went through puberty and now it has drums.
It's just changed a little bit. That's
changed
fine.
a little bit. Casey is ever the remixer. He's retooling it. And so, Casey, once again, shout-outs, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Casey.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right on into this. We are getting into Hitchhikers.
Hitchhikers.
So, here's the deal with these. We knock these trailers out rapid-fire style. We rate our trailers on this scale. Need to see more, or never need to see. Now, if James and I both give a trailer a need to see, that means that we're going to celebrate very briefly. After which, James and I will then go see the movie when it comes out.
Yep.
Preferably opening weekend, but at the same time, goddamn it, y'all, we have lives.
That's right.
We have stuff come up, but we're going to do our goddamn best.
Also, we can't guarantee that a movie's going to come out near us.
We live in LA. That is absolutely not true. Anyway, we'll go see the movie. We'll report back to you guys in a trailer in the rear view segment, which we did 3 of last episode because we have been fucking negligent.
Agreed. Yeah, we're a little negligent on that.
Yeah, like, we're catching up.
Yep.
And so, we're good for it.
Yes.
Like, we might have to pay you back in interest, but we will pay you back. We're going to get right on into this. James, today we have 11 trailers.
Not too shabby.
But we have to figure out a time. We did not hit it last.
No, we failed miserably.
Yeah, I think we looked for 7.5 minutes. We hit 10.
Comically bad.
Like,
how badly we failed last time.
And especially because I felt like we had hit a good rhythm, and then all of a sudden, reality just stonewalled us.
Yes. Is this our first time doing this? Because it seemed like
it was embarrassing as hell.
Yeah. So we got 11 trailers this time. Mm-hmm. What do you think? 8 minutes, 9 minutes?
8 minutes.
You think 8 minutes?
Yeah, I think go easy, but at the same time, I know we're capable of doing this.
Are you sure though? How many trailers did we have last time?
We're not looking into we're not looking into our rearview mirrors right now, James. We're not looking back, we're looking forward. And forward I see 11 trailers.
All right, I might be a little over the legal limit to drive, so
I'll take the wheel.
Okay, good.
I'll take the wheel. Don't worry about it, booby. All right. James, are you ready?
Did you just call me booby?
Fuck yeah,
Then yes, I'm ready.
Okay?
All right.
I am ready as well.
All right.
We are assuming you are ready, listeners, so we are going to get this started.
Damn right.
Right now. The Promise. It's about the Armenian genocide. Oh, God, this thing is going to be 3 hours long, isn't it? While I appreciate the effort to tackle this subject matter, the stark lack of characterization feels like a misstep in paying tribute to the lives lost. Willing to give it a half point, though, for being the first Oscar bait film to star a guy named Oscar. Never need to see.
I don't know if I've ever seen a trailer with a 1 year earlier card, but I thought it was effective. Lots of tropes I've seen before, like a love triangle, but handled in a more classy way, like a Casablanca and less of a Twilight. Need to see more.
Oscar. Yeah.
Need to see more.
War Machine. It's about a general who doesn't take the war in Afghanistan as seriously as he should. A mix between Doctor Strangelove and House of Cards, as far as I can tell, but the shift in tone right at the end simultaneously has me curious and perplexed. Put me in the reserves. Need to see more.
I don't know why, but I love seeing Cameron Fry from Ferris Bueller pop up and stuff. It's a teaser completely built around not seeing someone's face for the entire trailer, then seeing his face for about 20 times in the last 5 seconds, which is an interesting framing device, but I need to see more.
The Ottoman Lieutenant. It's about an American woman setting off to give medical aid in the Ottoman Empire at the threshold of the First World War. I'm going to give you some sample lines of dialogue. 1, it's like being inside God's thoughts. 2, this is something I have to do. 3, we are drowning in death. Still on board? If so, you're welcome to let me know how it is. Never need to see.
Oh, geez, this is another one of those love triangle movies. If so, this one feels a lot more cheesy. Definitely more Bella, Jacob, and Edward. Hashtag Team Edward. I am rooting for a Josh Hartnett comeback tour, but this is not it. Never need to see it.
Coma. It's about a guy trapped in a coma experiencing a world comprised of decaying architecture and broken memories. Some really mind-bending imagery gives me some hope for this. I'm not sure what, if any, threat exists, and would love another trailer to clarify that. But you stirred me, Coma. Need to see more.
Sorry, we don't review video game cutscenes on this show.
Oh.
What? Wait, this is a movie? Yeah, don't know what it's about, and I don't care. Never need to see it.
Fine. The Last Vampire Princess. It's about vampires, and it's Russian. Trump's new favorite vampire movie seems a little too derivative of Underworld and Daywatch to really set it apart. Also, this trailer makes a really good case not to watch the dubbed version. Never need to see.
It's Russian?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that. That is the worst trailer with ADR I've ever seen. Whoops, it's an English dub. Yeah, you ruined my joke.
Why did you ask?
I'm just kidding.
Go on.
My bad. The trailer brings nothing new to the table for vampire hunting films, which is a genre I'm usually like a sucker for. So this was really disappointing to me. Never need to see it.
Tulip Fever. It's about a portrait artist in the 17th century falling for a married woman he's commissioned to paint. I'll be real, this isn't built for me. Period piece romances aren't my cup of tulips, but those who do enjoy them will likely have a lot to like with this game cast and great cinematography. I genuinely hope you enjoy it, but for me, never need to see.
Fair enough, fair enough. Tulips are my favorite flower, Kevin. Just a little FYI,
Sure.
a little F your eye for you.
I'll note that for Valentine's Day.
Anyways, the trailer highlights the beauty in the aesthetic very well, and the music is intense and it fittingly cuts with the visuals.
Solid.
You could take away all the dialogue in the film and it would still be a good trailer. And I thought, based on the trailer, I need to see this.
I get it, man. Here Alone, it's about a widowed woman living alone post-zombie apocalypse who comes across new survivors that may or may not be nefarious. The best approximation I can give is it's a mix between The Walking Dead, due to zombies and a shitload of foreboding nature, mixed with The Road, due to how goddamn bleak it is. I'll admit the combination went down really well for me, even though I definitely have undead fatigue at this point. Don't know if I'd want to get this depressed in a theater, but I could see this happening on a Thursday night of a long week. Need to see more.
Definitely got a Walking Dead vibe from it too. I think this trailer would have been 100% more effective if you cut out the entire opening and start right after the 1 year later card. With a random woman in the woods lathering on mud and then a surgical mask, you'd be so interested. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Otherwise, I liked the back half of the trailer, but based on the first part, need to see more.
Honestly, I was about to disagree with you, but then you explained your point. I was like, no, that would make a lot of sense. Rough Night. It's about a bachelorette party going awry, leading to a dead male stripper impeding on the best weekend ever. The dead stripper flip about 2/3 of the way through pulled this one back for me. Until that point, Kate McKinnon and Ilana Glazer were the only things that were keeping me sort of interested. That said, its reliance on slapstick humor and just like old times, platitudes felt a little rough. Need to see more.
I fucking love Kate McKinnon. Is it just me, or are more and more films trying to portray cocaine as the new not that big of deal thing? Because I kind of have a problem with that. Anyways, moving on to the trailer. This is the Lady Hangover trailer takes a surprisingly interesting turn when they legit kill someone. So I thought it was kind of lame up until that point, and then I started getting interested, so I need to see more.
Sure. Sandcastle. It's about the Iraq War, and frankly, how much of a clusterfuck it was. The issue with that premise is we know. Nicholas Hoult and the desperation evident from both sides in this trailer is what made this a need to see more for me, though.
Sure. I thought the beginning of this trailer started off super strong with him trying to be sent home by bashing his hand in a door. But after that, I honestly thought it was a pretty mediocre trailer. Even with the action scenes, it was cut in a melancholy way, which made it seem boring. The film might be... The film might say something profound about war, but based on this trailer, that's a never need to see it for me.
Geostorm, it's a disaster movie where weather fucks up our days. Not a big disaster movie guy, and a haunting song played over images of destruction hasn't done anything for me since about 2009. But I'll admit my eyes swelled a bit at the shot of dead birds preceding a dead airplane. Need to see more.
It's a bird, it's a plane. It's another disaster film. That played really well, Kevin. Yes, even if it is caused by technology, it is a natural disaster film. If I'm sick of two things, it's natural disaster films, and it's also... when trailers remake classic songs in whatever tone that fits their trailer. I swear to God, we're going to make a list of how many trailers have done this in the past year. Never need to see it.
The Dinner. It's about a family dinner where a do-gooder brother learns that his politician asshole brother covered up something their kids did. This concept seems tailor-made for a play, so seeing it as a film caught me off guard a bit. Good news is the cast seems like they're down for a challenge, so you know what? Fuck it. Need to see.
I think there's a lot of dialogue happening with unmatching visuals, which is really jarring in this. I really loved the bait and switch with the kids' plotline, though. But I think for the most part, this trailer would confuse a lot of people.
So disagree with me.
No, I can't. For me, it's a need to see more. Kevin, stop.
Jesus
7 minutes
Christ.
and 16 seconds.
Shit, we could have just did 7.5 minutes again.
We had 44 seconds. Did I do that math right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Thank you. 44 seconds to spare. Pretty incredible, right? I will cheers to that, mostly because
to that too.
I am drinking, and let's drink. How do that? Mm-hmm.
And here's your water.
Thank you very much.
Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you what the fuck. Like, I don't understand how when we're like, let's just go loosey-goosey with the man. Fuck it. Who cares? Then all of a sudden we hit like supremely under time.
It depends.
It's almost as if when we're not stressed about it, we enjoy it more and do better.
It's almost like athletes.
Yeah.
It's based on our competition. It's like we were playing the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, no.
Good job, Kevin. High five.
High five.
Excellent.
All right. Take that, Cleveland Browns. But before we get into our main drag, we know you all are very excited for it. Man, we got a runaway trailer on our hands,
damn
folks.
right.
We got to deal with this right now. But before we do, my God, Casey has another song.
Oh, let's play it then.
All right, so I'm just going to say that no, the trailer isn't running away purely because James is drunk driving. Rather, this is something that happened before that fucking can of PBR hit James's lips.
I am drinking PBR. Thanks for telling everyone, Kevin.
Yes. I mean, no, own it, goddammit.
Nothing wrong
You're
with that.
You're a Wisconsinite.
That's right.
Let the world know.
That's right.
So, I was about to say our sister podcast, but one, that's not official, and two, it wouldn't make sense to call it a sister podcast because my brother is on it. So I'll say our brother podcast.
Sure. Should we say our neighbor podcast?
I guess.
Our Wisconsin neighbor podcast.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, fine.
Why not?
That my brother is on. Okay,
yeah.
So we submitted a question to them. They had a 20-question segment that called for open submissions. A question was submitted, and that question, James.
Yes.
Go ahead, tell them what the question was.
My question was, what trailer really missold you on the film so much that you were upset that you saw this movie? Not just disappointed, but really upset about it. And their answer for this question, which it was a general question. I think everyone has a trailer that kind of missold them on the movie to the point where they got upset.
Yeah. The Ring versus the Garage.
Oh my God. Yes, especially for us in this podcast, it was The Ring versus the Garage.
Feel free to listen back on episode 14 for that.
For Mike and John, collectively, for
they didn't
Nerd
even
Soup,
need to think about it.
Unanimous decision, Prometheus.
Yes.
The sort of Alien prequel, sort of spin-off that happens before Alien movie. Prometheus, they hated. Based on the trailer that they were very excited for, they thought it missold the movie completely, entirely, and were very upset when they exited the movie. And I thought this was very funny because I really like that movie, and they just could not stop talking about how bad that movie is in their humble opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no, that's very true.
I thought that was funny.
My take on this is two-pronged. One, Prometheus is totally okay. Because I think it's either come up on this podcast or, like, I know I've certainly talked.
We haven't talked in depth on this podcast about it, for sure.
But no, I think we did. For the Alien Covenant trailer, I'd mentioned this.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
People are on one of two ends of spectrums for Prometheus, or it feels like a lot of people are. Either they fucking abhorred the thing, or they absolutely loved it, and goddamn you if you didn't. And
that's like what you said for La La Land.
Yeah, I feel like that actually happens a lot. Now that I think about it. But anyway, can we agree that's true for Prometheus?
It's 100% true for Prometheus.
There are very stark differences in opinion on it.
I'd say most people hate it, though.
For me, I think it's totally okay.
I'm so happy that you think that, Ben.
Especially from, like, a cinematography standpoint. Like, the thing's fucking gorgeous to look at.
Yeah.
And so, like, at the very least...
And me personally, it's more than just the cinematography for me. Yeah. I legitimately really, really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's a perfect movie. There's a lot of things wrong with it.
This is why my response is two-pronged. So one, I was going to say Prometheus is okay. Just putting it on the record, laying it out for all of y'all.
Respect.
Fucking come at me. Two, I just want to say that it's also sort of strange. You asked them a question, they gave you their honest answer, and now you're mad at them.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I find it funny. I find it funny, and I just want to bring attention to it.
James,
yes?
We all hear that tone. We all hear the underlying frustration that is in your voice right now.
There's a saucy tone, and it could be the whiskey, but it could be also that Prometheus is a good movie. It's a good movie, guys.
It could also be the PBR, too.
That's true as well.
It's not just whiskey. It's impressive to me that the ire for Prometheus has lasted as long as it has. Like, Prometheus came out. How fucking long ago?
2010?
Like Obama was still president.
2009, maybe? Yeah.
And I don't mean, like, Obama was still president and, like, was, like, on his way out the door. Like, no! Like, I don't even know if the Affordable Care Act had passed.
No,
that's how fucking long ago.
This was a while ago, yeah.
And, like, I think we all need to collectively, like, take a deep breath as far as Prometheus is concerned. If it wasn't your cup of tea, that's cool, but enough time has passed.
I feel like
we can walk away now. All saying, that's how I felt about Prometheus. Alien Covenant is coming out. Let's judge that film on its own merits and not worry about the fact that...
Fair enough.
You know, it was kind of silly that scientist, like, went right the fuck up to the alien.
Hey.
Yes?
That is one of the things that I agree with. That is ridiculous. Yeah. Like I said, it's not perfect.
All right, so stripping all that bullshit aside, I think what James and I, are collectively getting at, leave Charlize Theron alone.
Charlize Theron is a national fucking treasure. International, intergalactical treasure.
Like, you name a galaxy, she's a treasure.
Damn right.
I absolutely agree with you, James, because... we may as well debut it here in the Runaway Trailer segment.
Why not?
On top of us being our quinceañera, on top of it being International Women's Day very recently, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Charlize Theron unofficial appreciation hour.
Hey-o!
Because we have a minimum of 2 trailers in our main drag that star or co-star Charlize Theron. She's a phenomenal actress. She has won an Academy Award. And you know what? It's high time she gets the praise she deserves.
That damn right. She's in Atomic Blonde's trailer. Yes. She's in the Fate of the Furious trailer. And as far as IMDb is concerned, she's not in Baby Driver.
But there may be a cameo.
But
we're holding out for the cameo.
That's damn right. We're holding out for that sweet, sweet Charlize Theron cameo.
It could happen.
And Edgar Wright.
Bill Nighy was in fucking World's End. Like, Edgar Wright sneaks cameos
That's
in. There's
right,
a chance that Charlize Theron is in this.
Absolutely.
And we'll be fucking there to see.
So, you know what? Here's to you, Charlize Theron.
Yes, we're cheersing.
Cheers. And cheers to South Africa, which is where she is from. And let's get on with the main drag. How about that?
Is she from South Africa? I thought she was Australian.
No, I'm pretty sure she's South African.
Okay.
You know what? We should probably look that up if this is the unofficial Charlize Theron episode.
We probably should have learned something about Charlize Theron before doing
I'm pretty sure I'm correct.
You know what? We'll look it up while we play the trailer for The Fate of the Furious.
I love that idea. Let's do it.
I've been waiting for this. We got a tank. Now it's my turn. Boom, baby.
They just don't give up, do they?
You thought this was gonna be a street fight.
Is that a torpedo?
Take the wheel.
What? This is crazy!
Alright, you get style points for that one.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, I have two important updates before we get too far into this trailer. First and foremost, Charlize Theron, definitely South African. James was correct.
Thank you.
James was correct.
Thank you.
And bear in mind, I wasn't doubting you, sir. I just wanted to make sure that we got it right. Because again, it is the unofficial Charlize Theron Appreciation Hour.
We just want to make sure we're getting this shit right. Because hashtag Charlize Theron.
Thronism?
Hashtag Charlize Theronism.
Hashtag watch the throne.
Oh, I like it.
There we are.
Yeah.
And second, in an important update, James has now switched to water. So, everybody, I want you to...
No, I have a water, but I have to finish my PBR
How
first.
much is left in it?
A little bit. A little bit of
no,
swish.
No,
I want them to hear. Kevin, shut up. Okay, they heard it. We're good. Moving on.
What is the fate of you going to be? And specifically, James...
Yes.
I'm starting to wonder what the fate of the Furious is. And it doesn't look that great right now. But... let's get into some specifics first. This is directed by F. Gary Gray.
Is this his first one, right? Because wasn't the last one...
Yeah. The last one was Justin Lin. So this... he actually just came out of Straight Outta Compton. It looks like that was this guy's last movie. But he's also done The Italian Job. So, like, you know...
I love the Italian Job.
Yeah,
I love that one. And Charlize Theron's in it. Because hashtag Charlize Theronism.
Hashtag watch the throne. So he's directing it. It's written by Chris Morgan, who wrote the last Fast and Furious movie. Although I want to point out, because there is a credit on IMDb for Gary Scott Thompson based on characters created by, which means that, like, even though the dude didn't do a thing with this, he still gets a credit and compensation because the characters are being used. So I want all of us right now to just imagine how much fucking money Gary Scott Thompson has now after 8 of these fucking movies. Anyway, this is starring hashtag Watch the Throne, Charlize Theron. We got The Rock, we have Kurt Russell, Jason Statham, Scott Eastwood, Vin Diesel, Joanna Brewster, Helen Mirren is in this, I guess.
Damn right she is.
Michelle Rodriguez.
The list goes on and on and on.
The list goes on and on.
The list goes on until who?
Our special shout out, because we always like to shout out someone who is more or less below the line for actors, because it's kind of bullshit that the top billed get all of the recognition, because a lot of people have to come together to make a movie, ladies and gentlemen, unless, of course, we're highlighting Charlize Theron, because hashtag watch the throne. So right now, we are going to give a shout out to Connie Kinzer. Who plays a New York pedestrian.
Good job, New York pedestrian, Connie Kinzer.
Way to go.
Crushing it in the Big Apple.
Maybe one day there will be a Connie Kinzer Appreciation Hour on a podcast that very few people listen to.
Here's to you, Connie. Here's to you.
Here's to you.
Cheers.
Nink. That is the credits. We have to talk about the movie itself. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like a fucking madhouse.
It's just bonkers, man. It's crazy.
Probably the first notable thing that happens. Here's the issue. I don't even remember the first 15 seconds of the trailer, because this shot is what, like, immediately pops into my mind. So I presume they come back to their base after a job well done. And then all of a sudden, a mine gets thrown into the room. That mine dispels a bunch of grenades. The Rock catches this grenade in his hand.
In midair.
And then throws it, and then, like, is able to, like, get away from the explosion. And then it is revealed that, Vin Diesel was behind this with Charlize Theron.
Hashtag watch Throne.
And
I will say, this trailer was only 5 seconds in before this trailer mentioned the family again.
Yes, I was about to say, because immediately Michelle Rodriguez looks up at Vin Diesel and is like, are you going to turn your back on family? Which is immediately an absurd premise because, like, they work either for the government or, like, sort of along with the government.
They're sort of like an A-team type of thing at this point,
I'm
maybe.
sure that's the case. And so anyway, like, they just bombed government property. It's at a minimum, Vin Diesel was a conspirator toward it, which is like a shitload of jail time.
Like,
and
like life.
In her fucking eyes, if she's like, are you going to turn your back on family? He's just gonna fucking snap out of it and just be okay with it. No, he did. He turned his fucking back, Michelle Rodriguez. What are you going to do? But unfortunately, we don't find out what Michelle Rodriguez does because Charlize Theron completely takes over this fucking trailer.
Damn right she does.
And not only does she take over the trailer, she takes over every car imaginable. So, what I mean by that...
Every car in the city.
Yes. So, Charlize Theron has a piece of technology that
it's like on her iPad or something,
yes,
too.
So she has an iPad and is able to control every single car in the city just with like the push of an app. Now, I would have to assume that the app is like $30 on the Apple Store, and that's why no one's
just to
touched
scare everyone else away.
Yeah, just scare everyone else away.
Yeah.
But if you're a fucking cyber terrorist, then, you know, you'll pony up the 30
yeah.
and then write it off for tax purposes. So she gets this app, and then, like, yeah, she's able to control every car. So you have, like, a shot where there is, like, just a swarm. It's
hundreds of
like,
cars.
You know,
yeah.
fucking making this crazy turn, and, like, they're careening into each other, and it doesn't matter because no one's in them. But even more hilariously, at a certain point, cars just start coming out of buildings.
Our heroes, the A-team, if you will, the family, start going down this one particular street. And it just so happens to be a street that has a maybe like 20-story building there that a bunch of cars happen to be parked at different stories of the building. And that Charlize Theron
and bear in mind,
can control.
Bear in mind, that building does not look like a fucking parking
No, it's not a parking structure building at all. It's like an office building.
An office building.
There's
that just happen to have like 30 cars.
Cubicles and vending machines.
Yeah. At the ready, ladies and gentlemen.
They just come raining down on our heroes, on our family. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's entirely bizarre. Like, there's explosions and shit. It's hilarious. And then we get, you know, the gang, the family, if you will, kind of getting together and are like, well, what the fuck are we going to do?
Well, going back on that real quick, though, it's like this is the new thing in this trailer. Because we talked about the Super Bowl spot.
Yeah.
Up till this point, everything kind of seemed a little bit recycled from that Super Bowl spot.
Totally.
This was a new addition for us viewers. We were like, oh, this is why Charlize Theron matters. Because she can control every fucking car in the city.
And on top of that, she also has Vin Diesel, which, like, the trailer is positing, like, he is God.
Of course. Every movie he's in, he is put up on that pedestal.
But, so how are you going to take down God? Well, here's what you do. You get The Rock, you get Jason Statham. Even though they hate each other, Kurt Russell is going to tell them, set it aside.
We're on the same team now. And then they're like, well, Kurt Russell says it so.
I mean, did you see the thing? He's really good in it. So now they're teamed up together, and then we just have mayhem for the next, like, minute or
It's
so.
insanity,
And
right?
so really the
culminating.
So for whatever reason, they're in the Antarctic. We don't know why. I doubt even the movie is going to tell us why. But we're in the Antarctic. They're driving on some ice. And a fucking submarine crashes up from the ice and shoots a torpedo at him. This torpedo is traveling on the ice itself. The Rock and Tyrese Gibson is driving next to him, and The Rock looks over at him and is like, take over the wheel for me.
Well, first he's like, is that a torpedo? And even before...
Evidently there was room for debate.
No, not even. It's like, that's not even worth me responding.
Yeah.
Just take the fucking wheel.
Yeah. And then The Rock opens up his door, leans down as the torpedo careens toward him, grabs the torpedo, throws it at a neighboring enemy car, blowing it up.
Yeah. I thought he was going to, like, punt a torpedo into a rival car. But I'm like, oh, wait, no. This isn't ridiculous. This is reality. So The Rock just pushes
Yeah.
a torpedo into another car.
As one would a curling stone.
Of course, we've all been there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that's really the nuts and bolts of this trailer. And I'm really happy because, like, even though I did really enjoy the 7th one, there is some part of me that saw that they were making an 8th Fast and the Furious movie and was like, Jesus fucking 8?
How can you keep this up?
Yeah.
Type of thing. I get it.
But I give that creative team a shitload of credit for really pivoting or drifting, as it were, and just realizing, hey, this series could just be not so fun.
Yeah.
And, like, we don't have to take this super seriously. And so, like, I think, like, the first trailer I saw, or, like, the first teaser I saw, I was still kind of at a need to see more range, because, like, it was very much like, you know, family platitudes and all that stuff, which it's like, that's not what I care about with the Fast and the Furious. It's cars driving through buildings, into other buildings in Dubai. Like, that's the thing that I, like, walk away really enjoying about the Fast and Furious franchise. And so I was really wanting more of that, and, like, this trailer basically came along and was like, oh, you want that? We'll give you that on steroids.
It delivered it.
Totally.
For sure.
Because, like, you know, the cutting in the trailer is all, like, very expertly done.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot happening, but, like, I never lose sense of what's happening in the scene itself.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know it's not, like, an Oscar bait film. Like, I know it's not that Armenian genocide movie.
Wait, what?
But that said, it does. It just looks like this is going to be just, like, a great summer movie.
Yeah.
And, like, kudos to them, and for that reason, I'm a need to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see it as well. Double need to see. High five it.
Damn right.
Fuck yeah. It's just ridiculous. And, like, it's on a level... I don't think people give that kind of film enough credit. Mm-hmm. How ridiculously absurd a film can be, but you still are, like, completely entertained, hook, line, and sinker with it.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. And these films have been crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And, like, it's probably one of the starkest shifts that I can think of in a movie franchise. You know what I mean?
Oh, from the beginning? Yeah.
Yeah, from, like, how all serious that first movie was.
Yeah.
To now... It's crazy impressive to me that not only were they able to do that shift, but, like, honestly, it kind of made sense when it happened. You know, like, currently released, there's fucking 7 of these. So, like, I'm not expecting it.
And that's what's great about them, too, is you don't have to see every single film in the franchise, and you get it, man. You totally get it. Mm-hmm. And even, like, introducing new characters, like, hashtag watch the Theron.
I'll handle that hashtag.
Thank you very much. Charlize Theron, who, and even in this trailer, is like, oh, you've been to Dubai, you've been to fucking every other movie scenery that has happened in this franchise, I've been there, you just don't know it. Charlize Theron is everywhere, man.
Yeah, I admire the fact that the creative team, because they do that for every new character that's introduced. It's like, oh, I happen to be in this scene in, like, the Fast and Furious movie.
I've been tied in since the beginning.
As if it's totally fine if you just have a new character.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do that.
But
the fact that they commit so hard to it and will contrive a fucking way to have Charlize Theron in the background of fucking Fast and Furious 4, my hat is off. Yeah. That is fucking fun.
It's ballsy, but I respect it.
All right, but let's keep this Charlize Theron appreciation hour going.
Damn right.
Say, you know, like, we had torpedoes going all over the place, and now we're going to transition right into a bomb, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say a blonde?
An atomic blonde. Boom.
Lorraine Broughton, expert in escape and evasion. Proficient in intelligence collection.
Let's cut the crap, shall we?
And hand-to-hand combat. It's an impressive set of skills.
Talents can be overrated.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Atomic Blonde coming up for you. This is directed by David Leitch, This is starring, #Watch the Throne, Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
James McAvoy, John Goodman, Sophia Boutella, who was in The Kingsman.
Oh my god.
She's going to be
Star
in
Trek,
Mummy
Star Trek Beyond.
Star Trek Beyond.
She's Jayla.
I'm like slowly developing a crush on her.
Oh,
I think she's super pretty.
She's super pretty and she's super fantastic. Have you seen Star Trek Beyond yet?
Not yet.
Her Jayla character is really, really great and like a great addition to the crew.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all I'll say about that.
Charlize Theron seems to agree on our thoughts too, but you know what? We'll get into that.
We'll get
later.
there.
A random shout out. Now, here's the issue, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to pinpoint a woman for like our highlighting a lesser known actor. So
Sure.
Virtually every man on like the lower rung in the IMDb credits, though, is a man. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to say, fuck the patriarchy. But you know what? I was able to find one. Lily Gessler plays Helena.
Lily Gessler, good job.
Fucking
#feminism.
#feminism.
That's
you did
right.
it,
We're
girl.
PC as fuck here.
It didn't matter that. It didn't matter that there were all men around you. You still fucking rose to the top.
That's
you got
right.
your shit done.
That's
so good
right.
job. So, Atomic Blonde, what's it about? So, we start off with Charlize Theron in her underwear. Now, she's put in...
Yes, that's where we start, yes.
So, immediately you might be wondering, like, you know, oh, fuck, is this just going to be some, like, over-sexualization? Not necessarily, no, because you see her putting something on. Oh, that's a wire. So, like,
Right,
that immediately
yeah.
clues you that, okay, is she a cop? Is she, like, some sort of spy?
She's going undercover in some sort of mission, some sort of goal.
Yes.
Right.
And then she cocks a gun, she goes out into a hallway, and then has this really brutal fight scene in a stairwell.
Yeah.
When I say brutal, it does not hold back. Usually in action films, like, you know, if you have the badass lady, like, you know, she's like kung fuing everyone, and like, it's no question that she's unflappable in that fight. Here, like, no, Charlize Theron, like, kind of gets the shit kicked out of her while she's kicking the shit out of everyone else.
I'd like to say that I sort of disagree in a certain respect, that there are certain punches in that opening scene that I felt looked a little like pulled punches, like, not pulled punches, but more so like, it felt very, very choreographed to me at some parts. And felt like
there were parts where it did sort of feel choreographed. But
yeah,
like,
and
as far as, like, the
violence
violence is concerned.
No, the violence and the acting, the reactions to everything were fucking brutal.
Yeah.
But the choreographed pulled me out of that suspension of disbelief a little bit in that opening scene.
Yeah.
That I just wanted to point that out for myself.
That's fair.
Anyway.
You know, I think like
Brutal,
the very next
though.
shot we get is Charlize Theron's face covered in bruises, like smoking a cigarette. There was this part of me that like really started to clue me in, okay, this isn't going to be a traditional, and like, I know there aren't many to pull from, but a traditional female spy movie a la Salt, that Angelina Jolie movie.
Yeah, that's right.
A bunch of people saw it and immediately forgot, myself included.
I did not see it anyway.
honestly, even if you did, you'd probably know more than me.
Sure.
It feels very different. I feel like the character actually is like in, not necessarily in danger, but you know, no, like she gets hit. Like,
yeah.
And she is, as we see throughout the trailer, like very skilled at, you know, martial arts and gunplay.
Hand-to-hand combat, for sure.
But at the same time, I get the sense that, no, this movie, maybe, you know, from a choreographed standpoint, but like from a thematic standpoint, I don't feel like this is going to pull its punches. You know, no, like she gets hit too. Like the fact that she's a woman is completely incidental. She is a spy.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, she's... That fact is completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that the trailer does not like go out of its way to be like, oh, you're a lady spy that's kicking ass. It's like, no, it's just, this is Charlize Theron's character, which I'm sorry, I don't know the character's name. Is her name Blonde? Is her name Atomic? I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
You know, it's not pointing out the obvious that, oh, this is a lady kicking ass. Yeah. It's just, oh, this is our operative, and she kicks ass.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it feels incidental that she's a woman, while at the same time highlighting her femininity.
Totally, and I totally,
that's what's cool.
I totally respect that.
Yeah,
yeah. The trailer in general, though, there are a lot of things in it that I felt like certain parts I've seen before in terms of John Wick, or in terms of John Wick wasn't a spy, but like in spy movies, we've seen a lot of that, meeting up with the contact type of stuff.
One of our operatives is dead. We need to figure out what happened.
And it's like, meeting up with the contact, and the contact happens to be like sort of a comic relief. It's like, it's a lot of stuff that I've seen before, and it's not necessarily turning me off to the film. I couldn't help but notice the similarities between that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily feel groundbreaking, but that doesn't deter me from being entertained from this trailer.
And I think what helps make it entertaining is its style. So you're 100% right. Like the Contact being a goofy comic relief character is something that we have seen.
James McAvoy, by the way,
is the comic relief. Yeah, the first shot we get is a car that is flipped over. Presumably he did it. We have a couple dead bodies. And then he's like, oh shit, let me get your luggage. And then he opens up the trunk, and then the luggage just falls because the car is upside down.
He lets gravity do its work.
Yeah. And then just starts carrying this corpse off, and he's like, well, welcome to Berlin. And so
comedic relief.
Even though, yes, I completely agree that is a trope, I feel like that sort of style and off-kilter humor is what still keeps me totally interested.
Yeah.
And so, yes, it is a traditional, one of our operatives is dead. We need you to figure it out. We get a lot of gunplay. She ends up meeting Sofia Boutella, and they fuck. And
I'm gonna be honest with you, Kevin. I had to watch this trailer a couple times because the first time after those two characters meet, I was kind of distracted for a little bit, and my brain kind of shut off for some of the cool action stuff.
Yeah.
That you should be paying attention to right afterwards. Unfortunately, I have a brain that won't allow me to look past, oh shit, did I just see what I thought I just saw? That was very attractive and arousing, I'm not gonna lie. So that was they go right from there into more important things in the trailer, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, and bear in mind, Theron, she's fucking #watch the Theron, but Sofia Boutella, now I'm on record. I think she's pretty goddamn attractive too. Right. I was not remiss by that scene whatsoever.
Okay.
That said, I will be interested to see how it plays in the context of the movie. Because I did feel if there was a point in which they might have went a little bit overboard with over sexualizing it, might have been that scene.
I totally agree with you. But the first time I watched it, I did not think that way.
Yeah,
it was upon the second or third viewing that I'm like, oh, maybe this isn't completely necessary.
Yeah.
I got there eventually, guys.
It's okay.
I got there eventually because #feminism.
Yeah.
But
no. We got woke, but we had to hit snooze.
That's right. That's right. We're not perfect.
Right.
That's fine. What also I was a little interested in, did you get a vibe when she was told that the other operative was dead, that she had a romantic relationship with him?
A little bit.
So did I.
Just that shot.
Yeah.
Because, definitely they were, they backlit him so much.
Yeah.
It definitely made him seem like he was someone that was important to
totally.
him.
And that was kind of an important thing to establish early on in the trailer, because once she meets Jayla, I'm sorry, I don't know the actress's name. I'm really bad at that.
Sofia Boutella.
Sofia Boutella. When she meets that character,
I reserve the right to pronounce that horrifically wrong.
Sure.
Just so you know.
All right. Once she meets that character, I feel like most people have gotten the vibe that she had a relationship with the dead male operative, that they are not expecting the reaction that Charlize Theron and her have, which really throws everyone off guard, I think. And then you're like, she's a bisexual spy, which probably comes, maybe, or maybe she's just playing the part. I don't know. I'm not a spy. I'm not going to pretend to know what goes into it. But from movies that I've seen, it probably helps to, get close to people that you need to.
Yeah.
But anyway, that kind of threw me off, thinking, oh, she had a relationship with this male operative, just assuming then that she was a straight woman. And that might not necessarily be the case. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
So, like, there is, like, that level of, like, is this a little bit over-sexualization? At the same point, I don't know, because I don't know how it plays in the movie itself.
I don't think it's necessary for this trailer, though.
Yeah, I think that's...
For the amounts that they put in.
Like, this was definitely a sex and violence.
Yeah,
and...
like, it's a red band trailer, but still, I don't think it's necessary to put that much. Like, we get it.
Yeah.
Like, they're hooking up.
And I mean, like...
The sex sells, I guess, you know?
I mean
I was distracted by it.
I bought it.
Yeah, I was distracted by it for a hot second, but, you know, we were woke eventually.
But once again, we hit snooze. But that said, I mean, like, the trailer itself is put together extremely well.
Yeah.
Like, they cut to the song Killer Queen by Queen.
Yes.
I thought they did so incredibly effectively. They were match-cutting gunshots to the tempo and the beat of the song.
That was...
they were matching cuts to the song.
Totally agree.
Really, like, just using that as its framework.
Yeah.
I thought it worked really well.
Yeah.
Love the visual style, too. I mean, like, even just, like, something that lasts a half second, like a shot of Charlize Theron walking up to an airplane, looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, like, the really saturated colors, I thought, really work for this, and, like, I think really add even more style to this hyper-stylized world.
Yeah.
In a lot of respects. This trailer really hit with me.
I agree that the Killer Queen song was kind of perfect for this. So, and like you said, they match cut everything with the tempo really well. So I really appreciate, as you know, as our audience knows, I really appreciate a good song choice or music with trailers. So I thought that one did really, really well.
Yes. So, James, what do you give this?
Well, I feel like you're going to be disappointed in me, Kevin, just because I feel like there's a lot of this movie that I've seen before.
Sure.
Based on that fact alone, based on what this trailer is presenting to me, I feel like I've seen a lot of this stuff before. And I'm excited about seeing this stuff, but it doesn't necessarily seem totally unique and totally new. So for me, this is a need to see more. And I hope you don't hate me.
I'm going to make one attempt.
Okay, all right, go for it.
Did you see John Wick?
Yeah, of course.
All right, now, in all the stuff in John Wick, had you seen that sort of thing before? Like that revenge tale sort of thing before?
Like someone's puppy getting killed? No, I have not.
Just the fact that like someone close to him is dead, you have to take revenge.
The revenge tale, of course. Yes, I've seen that trope.
Did you still like John Wick?
Of course I did. Mm-hmm. Based on the trailer, though, I did not see that movie in the theater because...
All right. That's fair. I did not see John Wick in the theater, but I sure shit saw John Wick 2 in the theater.
Damn right, so did I.
This a need to see.
Hey, I respect that.
And, because, like, ultimately, like, there's a couple of things here and there where I'm like, well, I'm not sure about this. And, like, I agree that there are definitely spy and action movie tropes afoot in this thing. That said, the humor actually lands for me. The entire cast is great.
There wasn't a single acting that I didn't buy in this trailer.
Yeah, I mean, Toby Jones is in it, like...
John Goodman.
Fucking John Goodman is in it. Eddie Marsden is in it.
And James McAvoy, who's just been, like, crushing it as a lead, appearing to be just, like, a very small side character, which I totally respect. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like, the positives for this vastly outweigh the negatives for me. And so, man, no, I would, based off of this trailer, I would definitely go see it in the theater. And, like, hadn't heard about this movie before.
Like 2 days ago?
Yeah, for sure. Like, and now that I've seen a trailer, it's completely on my radar. And I'm, like, legit excited for it.
Sure.
And for me, that's the hallmark of a great trailer. Because, like, I feel like this showed enough where I got a sense of what was happening. And now I'm eager to see the rest of the movie. I want to see if I can keep that up. And I'm in. So, that's where we're at.
Great, man.
All right.
Well, coming up...
Let's keep this fucking Charlize Theron Appreciation Hour coming.
With a maybe.
With a maybe. There's a cameo from her with Baby Driver.
One more job and I'm done.
One more job, and we're straight.
Now, I don't think I need to give you the speech about what happens when you say no, how I could break your legs and kill everyone you love, because you already know that, don't you?
Yeah.
The moment you catch feelings,
the moment you catch a bullet.
And your waitress girlfriend, she's cute. Let's keep it that way.
I want us to head west and never stop. You in?
I'm in, baby.
Ooh, baby, James.
Ooh, baby. That was good.
All right, this is Baby Driver. This is written and directed by Edgar Wright, our boy. Bought him a glass of wine once, but that's a story for a different time.
We'll get there. We'll go there if people want to know.
Yeah, just go ahead and email us at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com if you want to hear about the time we bought Edgar Wright some wine. Anyway, this is starring Ansel Elgort.
Try that one more time.
Ansel Elgort.
Lovely.
If I'm mispronouncing your name, Ansel, feel free to write in and let us know how to pronounce it.
He will be on it.
Jamie Foxx is also in this. Kevin Spacey, John Barenthal, John Hamm, Lily James. Presumably, Charlize Theron will have a cameo.
Of course she will.
We hope for the context of this. Let's see. And our random shout out is going to go to Bella Mills.
Bella Mills.
She is a movement specialist.
What?
I don't
What is that?
particularly know. I suppose that could be something with your bowels, like movement.
Movement, sure. Yeah.
Bowel
Okay.
movement.
All right, why not?
Whatever. Bella, either way, we'll end up seeing what
Good
it
on
is,
you, Bella.
what the hell a movement specialist is. Right out the gate, we're just going to let y'all know that 2 trailers dropped for the simultaneously.
Yeah, at the exact same time.
Yeah, so we have trailer number 1, which we'll call the American trailer, because then the other trailer is an international trailer.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to point out that we were talking about the first one because it is actually fairly different.
Totally.
The difference between these 2 trailers is actually pretty striking because, as you had mentioned earlier, the first trailer, the relationship between Baby and the waitress is kind of the linchpin of everything. Like, that's what we open on.
It's kind of like the framing device for the trailer. It's like this opening in this diner and then...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, love
and
interest.
then the international trailer centers on the heist aspects of the movie, way more so. And the subplot with the waitress feels more like that, just a subplot. And so we just wanted to clarify that we were talking about the first one.
We might reference the international trailer from here and there, just because they both dropped at the exact same time.
Yeah,
so.
and I mean, like, just going out the gate, I think the reason why they went with the edit they did for the American trailer was because I think that by framing it around the waitress, it gives the title character of Baby more of like a sympathetic backstory. It's like, well, he's not a criminal. Like, look, see, he likes that young girl. He's very respectful.
He is a criminal, but you know a little bit more other stuff about him too. That's nicer.
Yes, exactly.
A little bit more wholesome, a little bit more relatable. Yeah. Okay.
And so, I mean, that would just be my guess as to why they.
I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah.
Whereas I guess international audiences are like, "Who gives a shit? Edgar Wright did it. We're there," which is like kind of where I am. But yeah, I just thought it was an interesting choice. But yeah, anyway, we do open up with the diner scene where the waitress approaches him, thinks pretty cute, starts chatting him up. What do you do for work? Oh, I drive. Oh, kind of like a chauffeur. Then we start getting these flashes of like all of the clearly illegal shit he's doing. And he's like, sorta. And she's like, anyone I'd know? And he's like, I'd hope not.
I don't know.
Then we get into the meat and bones of the movie, which is he is a getaway driver and Kevin Spacey is his boss. Baby is at the point where, it appears as if he's crimed out. Like, he wants to move on from his crime.
Yeah.
And Kevin Spacey's like, how about one more job? And he's like, fine. And that's that.
Yeah.
And so, like, just saying that out loud, yes, we can all agree that that's a pretty prototypical crime story. You know, like the whole one last job angle is very well tried.
Usually reserved for more older people.
Yeah.
that have been in the game longer.
Than someone named Baby? Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
James. However, what sets this apart, and similar to what we were talking about with Atomic Blonde, I think what sets this apart is its style, in which it has a lot of. Because the main character's parents had been killed in a car accident, which, one, makes sense why he drives, and then two, in his eyes, like, he is listening to music constantly in an effort to sort of drown out the world and kind of like lock himself in his own head.
Totally, yeah.
Which, once you get that added backstory about his parents, all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, so like there is a character reason for why he's constantly listening to music.
Yeah.
And, like just adds another shade to that character, which I think is pretty interesting.
I think so too, yeah. And like you said, compared to the international trailer. I mean, we get a little bit more, or we get some of that stuff too, but without that right out of the gate character aspect that you can relate to as a non-criminal viewer.
Yeah.
It just felt different.
Definitely.
And this one is definitely more, they want you to be able to connect with this character more.
Yeah.
And I thought all the reasons you just said are all good things that this one focused on.
Yeah.
This trailer, number one American trailer focused on.
USA. What did you end up thinking about this?
Yeah, so if I had to pick between the two, which one I liked more, I would pick the international trailer. But we are focusing...
But USA, baby.
But USA, baby! baby, USA,
Yep,
baby
that
driver.
was,
I got you. I got where you're going.
For those at home, I just winked.
I don't know. I liked the jumping right into the heist aspect of it,
Definitely,
of the
yeah.
international trailer. Like you said, the style was a little bit more there for that one, but the connection... the character connection was way more there for the trailer number one. So I think both had their merits, and obviously we're just focusing on this one right now. But man, it's completely Edgar Wright style in this trailer, like from beginning to end, which is like really interesting because we have talked before about how Edgar Wright movie trailers have kind of not felt like they were...
Yeah, an untrailerable filmmaker.
Exactly.
Like that's what we were talking about with Jim Jarmusch
during
during the Patterson review.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've seen the Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim trailer, and all of those across the board, I was like, that was okay.
Yeah.
And so, like, obviously, before I knew who Edgar Wright was, seeing, like, the Shaun of the Dead trailer, I was like, eh. And then I saw the movie, and it is not one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
And then the Hot Fuzz trailer came out, and I was like, oh no, is he going to make a not that great of a movie? And then I saw it, and was like, oh, no, not at all. Like, the trailer just wasn't that great.
Yeah.
And, like, that just kept persisting. And so, yeah, definitely when I was looking forward to the movie, and I was looking forward to this trailer dropping, but I was walking in with that knowledge in the back of my mind.
Yep.
And was completely happy with what I ended up getting.
100%, yeah. And I just loved his style. His style is super present in this trailer, which I feel like maybe he had way more of a hand in this trailer being edited than maybe his previous films, because it felt more like an Edgar Wright film just as a trailer.
Yeah, like you still get like those transitions, like from the coffee cup to the elevator button.
Yeah, the fucking close-up of the tire spinning and then
dude,
taking
as long
off.
as we're talking about tires, can we talk about that fucking stunt quick?
Oh my god, are you talking about the greatest drift stunt I've ever seen in a movie? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, he ends up drifting around a truck and then is able to also avoid a parked van by like drifting to the point where he's going backwards and then he starts reversing in the middle of the drift.
The most fluid switch from drive to reverse
you're going,
with a drift thrown in I've ever seen with obstacles.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was incredible. And that stunt is in both the international and the first trailer, rightfully so. It's the coolest thing, I think, in the trailer. And I've watched this stunt like a billion times since the trailer hit. It's so cool. It's so cool. Not even just the stunt itself, but the camera movement. It doesn't feel like a whole lot, but when you break it down, a lot of like car stunt stuff like that is going to be a static camera shot because it's like, this is important. We got a lot of gears turning.
You need to be able to see how much work we put into this.
We got a lot of plates spinning in the air.
Yeah.
The camera is like one less thing we need to worry about hitting its mark or doing the right thing. So the camera's not moving. We're going to hit this stunt. But fucking Edgar Wright was just like, no, let's throw some sparkle in with the fucking camera movement.
Crane shot.
Yeah, so it's just this beautiful crane shot that lifts as the car is drifting away from the camera, and it's gorgeous. It's so cool. It's energetic, and it's just so skillfully done, and it really blew my mind, man. I loved that stunt.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to talk to you about the music, because Edgar Wright has done music videos before.
Which, I'm not sure if I knew that, or at least I've never seen a music video that he's directed.
They're pretty cool. And so, like, he definitely has, like, a way with cutting music to film. And, like, even if you haven't seen his music videos, we can all agree from any of his movies or Spaced that he knows what he's doing when it comes to, directing a set piece with a song. Like the Queen scene from Shaun of the Dead really comes to mind for me.
Yeah. Don't Stop Me Now.
Yeah.
It's one of the best.
I know. I definitely think that, he's really good at that.
He knows what the fuck he's doing.
And the fact that he's centering his movie around music.
A character who is driven by the music he listens to. Baby.
So, yeah, I'm definitely excited by that. I will say between the two trailers, though, I do think the international version utilizes its music a little bit better. I think
How so?
I think that it just, the music seemed for me in the international to be, almost the center focus. You know what I mean? Where it's, high aspects and the music itself.
Sure.
And, definitely in the rhythm of how it's edited. And even with, those titles and, little add-ons. When they're going through... here are all the people in this movie. The last 3 come in succession with the drum hits of the song that's playing.
Sure, yeah.
So, that one's definitely, I think, made more in mind for the music itself.
Yeah.
And even though I definitely think that the American version is good, too, and does cut in tempo and all that good stuff, I feel like there's just a little bit more creativity going on with the international version.
I think I would agree with you on that. And that's one of the reasons I think I like the international one more, just because that Edgar Wright style is cranked to 11 in that one, I think.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
That said, we do get the Mike Myers joke in the first trailer.
Let's talk about that, because that joke feels like someone should have made it by now.
Right?
If you guys, obviously watch the trailer, please. But the joke is these henchmen or these, thieves grabbed a whole bunch of masks for their heist that they were going to do, and they wanted some Halloween masks.
Yeah.
Halloween as in Michael Myers, Halloween, the John Carpenter film. But they got Mike Myers, Austin Powers masks. Common misconception.
And, Jamie Foxx handles that scene really well.
It's so good.
What I'm getting at is really, regardless of which trailer you're watching, there's still really good stuff in it.
Yeah.
I mean, not only did we get a trailer, we got a second one that had a lot of different footage in it.
Yes.
And both of them were pretty fucking good.
I totally agree.
I went from Edgar Wright thinking he was a untrailerable filmmaker to all of a sudden, oh no, you can make a trailer for his movies. And there's 2 to prove it right now. And, that's super cool. And so, I'm definitely excited for this movie. I'm definitely excited to catch it in the theater right away, because this is a need to see for me.
Holy shit, yeah. It's a need to see it for me, too. Total need to see. Yeah, man, like you said, it maybe for his previous films, he just didn't have the right people cutting his trailers. But he found someone, unless he had his actual editor cut this trailer, I don't know. Whoever you had cut this trailer... Keep them for your trailers. That's all I'm saying. Even if it was Charlize Theron herself,
it could have been.
Because we have to say, she should be involved in this film at some level for our podcast episode to make sense.
Just so that way, thematically, this is relevant with the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, I loved this trailer, man. Everything about it, everything, and I'm so excited for the characters in it. The music, the soundtrack itself, I'm so excited to, buy the soundtrack and listen to that nonstop. In a weird geeky way, I love the fact that they used a song with the word baby in it for this trailer. I think it's real cheesy, or it could have come off as real cheesy because it's the character's name and it's the name of the movie. But it was a really kick-ass song, and it went well with the visuals. And baby, I'm on board.
Yeah, cool. So we'll be catching this in August.
It's my birth month, so it's got to be...
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much,
Yeah, all right. That about does it for us. So we'd like to thank you, the listener. We would like to thank Charlize Theron for... just being you.
Just being you.
You're a national treasure.
You're an intergalactical treasure. Yes.
Feel free to email us at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com if you have any trailer suggestions. If you think Charlize Theron is also great, feel free to shoot an email. And if you don't want to email us, good news, we have a Facebook. You can hit us up on Facebook. You can hit us up on WordPress. You can listen to our episodes with any of those platforms and, in addition, Stitcher. please feel free to rate, subscribe, do all of the things that other podcasts tell
Absolutely.
you to do for our podcast.
Yeah, it's necessary. We don't know why, but it is necessary. We've been told.
I don't actually know how many people are listening.
I don't either. We don't know how many people download or subscribe.
So, like, when people rate the show, it's like, oh, okay, someone's there.
We can actually see that.
Yeah, for sure. And if you have a way to figure out how many people are listening to your show or podcast, email us. Tell us how you do it. Because we don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Until then, stay classy.
Stay classy, everyone. Bye.
You can't mount holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch.